Let's talk energy. Welcome to the podcast. Changing energy, shifting perception. Energy is changing on this planet. The earth, the vibration, and us as humans. This podcast is to inform, enlighten, and give you different perspectives on this fifth dimensional energy, and to help you navigate your next exciting chapter. Connect with me via social media in the links provided, and I'd love to meet you. Share this podcast with your friends and enjoy the chat. Now, let's get on with today's show. Hello and welcome to the show. Okay, today we're talking about brain-body-spirit connection and falling in love with our smart body, or the innate, for simple change. In our old 3D reality, many of us had no concept of any connection within us whatsoever, except connecting the external reality to something we had done right or blaming another if it was going wrong. And, you know, that reality is shifting, because that was a real stuck in humanness reality, really, and not understanding that this human part of ourselves is a really small part of us. So now in these higher vibrations of the fourth density, fifth dimension energies, we are starting to understand differently. And as the global consciousness rises, and since 2012, when new energies began, we really have been experiencing and remembering the amazing power that we have in our brain, our body, and our mind, and our energies. We are powerful beings. These are innate abilities and knowings within us that we are tapping into now. We are learning, or should I say, remembering them, and how to create a healthier, more vibrant life. Now, you may have heard of muscle testing, and I know many of my friends do this all the time just for themselves and also in their work. This is the process where we ask our body a question and receive an answer in the form of yes or no. It's, the same principle applies to divination tools such as pendulum. We use them for a yes or a no answer. Or even, the old wire coat hanger trick for finding water. It works. I used to see the farmers use it out on the land when I had property. So all of these things are asking the question to our body and wanting a yes or no answer. So, where do we think that answer comes from? It's really not, from our human body. The answer is actually coming from our smart body, our innate, our essence, our source. So imagine if your body simply just sorted this out itself, right? Imagine if the divine in you was given the permission to work with you to do whatever was necessary to shift things on an internal level so that external questions were not required. Impossible? I don't think so. The divine within us, the innate, the smart body, whatever you want to call it, has far greater knowing than we could ever have. Our cells are listening to us, waiting for instruction. And not many of us actually give instruction from consciousness, right? But they are still taking all the instructions we give them, all of the unconscious instructions and subconscious instructions. And the innate whole within us holds memories that as a human we forget. Unlike certain things that animals do that shows they are in touch, animals do not forget. Animals don't touch the hot stove or jump off the edge of a cliff. They sense the danger, a danger they've experienced before in previous lives. It's an innate sense, a knowing within them. They don't have to learn it again. A child doesn't sense the danger and has to be pulled back from the edge of a cliff, or stop when they're at the stove about to get burnt, because the message, even though they may have learnt it in a previous life, it's out of their memory, and it has to be remembered, and once learnt, it then stays in their memory banks forever, but in this lifetime anyway, because we come back in and we forget. So why is it after we learn these lessons, do we come back in the next life with a clean memory slate? And why do animals have these senses, including a deep intuitive sense, without having to relearn them? It's the innate within, it's the smart body. They have the natural connection with the innate in their body. They trust it, and we don't. We over-intellectualize and analyze, but the same innate partnership is available to us, and it dwells inside us too. So, did you know that we can tap into this innate and begin to regenerate the way our body works, the way our mind works, and our knowing of deeper, previously learnt experiences? How, you ask? Well, we simply ask. We fall in love with the divine, with the innate within. We ask, we trust, we know. We have to fall in love. Your cells, your body, and the innate will celebrate and feel joy. And this may show up as chills or goosebumps when we truly do connect with that innate within us and feel that loving connection. This is the bridge between our cellular structure and our human consciousness. So here's a little prayer to begin to say daily, and be sure to measure the results, as they will come to pass over a period of regeneration without any flourish of activity. So, I mean, whatever you're trying to shift in your body or in your health, or in your mindset, it won't happen straight away. Like, you're not going to wake up tomorrow and everything will be fixed, right? It takes time. And if you're trying to change the cellular structure within yourself, then that's going to take time too. And it's really going to be needing everything in our body regenerates. So you'll have to wait till cells regenerate to see those results. But having said that, some results are fast. I've had some results in my body that have been very fast within a few days. Okay, so in a quiet space, before sleep or as you wake, just have a talk with your innate within. Make a phone call to your loved one. Yeah? Your innate is your loved one. It's your essence. Pick up the direct line to your cells. They are waiting for your instruction and your love. They're waiting for you to communicate with them. First contact with the divine part of you. And it could go something like this. But, really, before you say this, really get into that feeling as if you're making a call, as if you're talking to someone, that you're in love with. How does that feel? Right? When you're in love with someone, you forget things. People say you're irresponsible, right? Because you're not getting things done. Because, how can I get that done? I'm in love. I'm in love. That's all I'm thinking about, right? You want to tap into that feeling when you're talking to your cells and when you're talking to innate. So you could say something like, "Dear innate, I love you, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long to figure this out. I want you to go into the process that you know about that I don't. I want you to put them together in a benevolence that will create health and a long-lasting human being. I want you to talk to me in whatever ways you can so that I will recognize what you are saying. And I want to hold your hand and you hold mine for the rest of my life. If there is any imbalances in my body, I want it to go away through time and appropriate action. I realize I have habits that are killing me and I want them to change. Help me to maintain a healthy metabolism and be the right size for my greatest health. Change what is needed. Pull on the Akash if required. Change what is needed. And I promise I will talk every day because I love you. And keep the conversation going. Now, I got this conversation information from a channel that I listen to called Cry On. And as soon as I heard it and started doing it, it truly has made a difference, and I wanted to share it with you. And you know, Innate really does know what to do without the specifics, right? You don't say, dear Innate, I love you, please, I want to drop 10 kilos. No. Say it in a way that allows Innate to do what is right for you and what's right for your health. And you can actually, you know, Innate can pull on other lifetimes and other cellular structures and on the Akash to bring up memories of who you were in other lives when you didn't have the addictions to food or substances, when you didn't have that illness in your body, when you didn't have that cellular stuff going on that is really affecting you, right? If you really trust it, it can really draw on those memories and it will heal itself. Our body does heal itself. So listen to this over again if you need to. But falling in love with your smart body or your innate and having that conversation on a continuing basis, not just I'm going to repeat this 10 times a day for 20 days. No, do it on a continuing basis as if the same as you would do if you were in love with someone. Talk to your innate all the time, coming from your heart, and you will know if you're connected because you will get goosebumps and chills. I can guarantee it. I hope this has been useful for you, and please connect with me through social media. I'd love to hear your feedback, and I look forward to presenting the next podcast for you. Until then, bye for now.